right. Previously on Age of Lemuria, we didn't record the last two episodes. So Uno, this is what? Episode 12A?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So 11 was skipped because I don't know where the recording went to. It went off into space. I have the pre-recording down and everything else. It makes me leery. There was an update to the program, and I was talking about it with Uno last time. I was like, I can make drawings and stuff like that. And I was showing off, and apparently it wasn't recording. Let me make sure this time. Okay, I've got 1 minute in. So, all right. Uno, what happened last time?
Okay, so some mistakes were made on my part, mostly on dice
Oh my god,
being
the
rolled.
dice.
The dice were not in my favor. So we left off last time with us trying to rescue this elven lady from the slave market, and our plan was to hide in this rope trick, invisible area,
Yep.
and just sort of throw down a smoke bomb and just disappear out into the crowd. This is not how things went down.
No.
I think the first mistake was going back down and trying to fight the guys single combat, because the elven lady turned into a bear, and we're like, oh great, now we're going to make sure she doesn't get killed by the whip people.
Slave Master Moore. Yep.
Then the Inquisition turned up, and they were gonna use a spell to try and detect us.
Yep.
And we're like, okay, well, guess we just gotta just go full wagons rolling.
Yep.
And when we did, they just counterspelled the magic. So it's like,
Well,
guess we'll give it
counterspell
up.
requires a DC, right? That did not happen.
Only for spells that are level 4 and higher.
Oh.
But I don't know what happened. The spell fizzled out, and
Yeah.
I haven't. It's a mystery.
Oh, yeah. Then it's a total mystery what happened. You did an arcade check, but you just think that your spell just fizzled. Yep.
Right. Got captured.
Yep.
Adjon, as it turns out, is not very good when it comes to the implication of being tortured. So he's like, yeah, I'll just tell you everything. Here's what I know. It's everything I know. Please don't kill me.
He sang like a bird. And they didn't even torture him. They didn't even torture him. They were just like, would you like to confess anything? And he was like, yep, I want to confess everything. So things they confessed to was murder, being a heretic, confused to come to save the Holy Master. He's also confessed to being a liar, a thief. He also told him about his past. He grew up on a farm west of the lands of Alkaline. His father was a forest guide. Mother, he didn't know where she was, but his father is dead. He's not sure if his mother did any sins. Mother is still alive and has a messenger, Al. He is a curse upon magic. Okay. Or he's cursed by magic. You also spoke about the agents of the dragon. And also, I stopped you when you're like, oh yeah, I could sort with demons and shit. Yeah, so it was pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not a highlight of It's the real. We've hit rock bottom, guys.
So, his treasure.
So
has
I
been-
lost. I've lost my spellbook.
Yep.
I've lost all my weapons. I've
Yep.
lost the cat. All
Yep.
of my money.
Yep.
I lost my monocle.
Yep. So
Um.
this is where his items are currently located or strewn about. Master Moore has all of his gold.
Should I close my eyes?
No,
should
you're aware of this. Like the trade went down in front of you, right? In front of your character. You might want to keep track of this if you ever want to get your stuff back. This
Want my
might hit
stuff back?
Yeah, because his items were divvied up among people, right? In
Oh,
order
yeah.
to, he was sold into slavery because he was defeated by Master Moore. He was sold to the Inquisition as a heretic, and pretty much what they did is they just bought him with his own stuff. The Inquisition pretty much just said, public domain, this heretic belongs to us. So Moore has your gold. This Alkalite here, Alkalite Deans, has your golden monocle. The last time you saw your items was with the sister. So all your items with the sister. And I think your stuff is, the majority of your stuff is with the horse and wagon. So your items are all
Where is the
strewn
horse
out.
right now?
And something very important, your sister also has the gym.
Yeah, that's good.
She was
Clarify
very
where the
interested
horse
in
is.
that.
Is it
As
like
you
in a
recall,
stable?
what?
Or is it? Where's the horse?
You tell me, where did you leave the horse? You never said where you going to drop the horse off.
To
be
I
clear,
like to think.
I wasn't expecting Uno to get captured.
Somewhere
It's
safe.
not part of the plan. Okay, where was it? Where is it? I'm going to write this down.
Tied off at like a stable, I guess.
Tied off at a stable. And how much did you pay for?
How much does it cost?
Maybe a couple of copper a day. It's 2 copper
Oh,
because
sure.
it's wagon and horse, right?
I mean, I don't mind having.
How long
Pay
were
for
you
that, I guess.
planning? Yep. So be honest here. Be honest.
I mean, did I have to pay a deposit? Is that what's gonna happen?
Always, you always have to pay up front. Yeah. So it's at least
Okay.
24 hours, right? So if you want to rent out a place, it's at least 24 hours. It has
Okay,
currently
so I've-
been 8.
8 days.
Okay, 8 days.
Has it been 8 days? Is that what you're saying?
No.
What?
Oh no, it's only been 8 hours.
Okay.
So you paid.
I mean- I don't mind having 8 days because it's like we were going to stay in the town and sell stuff. So
Yeah,
we
that
were
is
going to
true.
be there for several days.
It is true.
We were going to be there for several days. Now it's like, run, the Inquisition is coming.
Well, I mean, I thought you were going to escape, but I don't know.
I mean, I hope I escape.
I thought that was the plan, but maybe not. Who knows? Maybe he's like, you know what? I'm going to join with the Inquisition. Oh, you also have a scar. I forgot about that. Tell me about the scar.
So, as you do, being made into a slave, you get a few whip scars. Adril now has a whip scar on his back of his leg, I think,
And the thigh, I believe.
on his thigh.
Where it was whoosh, whoosh. This one was split open. So, one thing that I do is whenever a character goes down, I give them artificial scars for little reminders of their defeats. Also, it
The
gives
one
them,
time-
yep,
The one time you were enslaved. Great.
yep, the one time that you were enslaved, you can be like, ouch. That way, it can actually come up in the future. Like, I've had scars, somebody be like, "Oh, where did this scar come from?" It actually tells stories of characters. So,
That's a good point.
so
Tell a story with your face.
tell the story of your body. Like, you are an adventurer. You actually get when you go down, you get beaten. You get hit hard. Okay. So the scene opens up, just
Oh,
like
yeah.
Game of Thrones. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We see like this adventure going over the lands of Lemuria, right? We see the Silver Mountains going into the Golden Plains, into the fire mountains of fire, into the Jade Rainforest, all the way down into the Black Marshes, right? The scene cuts away from the city of Alkaline, right? And we see like these elves gathering around, and they're obviously like talking, but we don't understand them. And you see like subtext, and the subtext is all like elvish, but it's also very aggressive at what they're saying, like and it seems like get the Grand Magus. And they all like look and turn, and they see like this old withered Magus coming in, like, and he like stomps his staff like twice, and he's like, and then it goes da 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 da, and it comes back all the way back to Adrian, who is currently in his predicament, right?
He's also currently completely blind.
So we are now in the
think.
city of Alkaline. This city's very Hellenistic, so it's got Greek architecture as its main thing. And the outer ring of the city's defenses, we see Adrian behind bars. It's a nice place. It's very well kept. You have water, you have bread. There's an elf who is currently meditating. Her name is Aura, and she's sitting across from you. Where we hear on the thing is like the sister comes in and says, "It's ready. Your trial begins today." Then it cuts to Adrian. Tell us how Adrian looks. He's no longer got his anything on. He's pretty much in his loincloth. Tell me what's going on.
Do I not even have a blindfold?
No, you don't even have a blindfold. Like, they stripped you. You're a slave.
So, Adron still has a very visible scar on his thigh but it's been treated, and he's been recently, even though he's been treated as a slave, he's very clean at the moment.
Yes.
It's the one thing I got out of that deal.
They allowed him to bathe.
His eyes, that were last night glowing, are now like sullen and unseeing because he is blind.
Yep.
When he wakes up in the morning, he is going to cast a spell. Can I say that?
You may. Also, you probably want to roll a deception or a stealth, something, unless you're going to be like...
I mean, just in the morning before anyone turns up. I just want to have
you
my
have
mage
guards on the outside, right? So the
Okay,
guards
I'll
are
roll the
switched
stealth.
every 3 to 4 hours. They're generally not paying attention to you. They're kind of bored out of their mind. So you're going to have to beat their passive perception. They are not currently aware of your silliness.
Already, the dice.
Let's see.
I'm going to
dice.
roll stealth.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. You passed. They did not notice you.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Do I get...
They do look your way, but it doesn't seem like they reacted in any way. Right? It was close.
It was close.
It was close.
Between shifts, just...
Yeah.
That split second.
What spell do you cast?
I cast Mage Armor. Preparation.
Excellent. Excellent.
It is... Makes a gesture and mutters an incantation, and the wind sort of bends around. Alright, gonna knock that down. So, hey Aura, are you awake?
You notice that she's sitting like cross-legged on her stone chair. There's like no place to lay down here, but she's like very much in like a meditated state, and she opens her eyes and she's like, "What do you want?"
Um, I'm. I know I had like vision yesterday, but right now I'm completely blind, so I'm gonna need your help for something.
Roll me a diplomacy because you're asking something from her. By the way,
First,
Aura is very much racist towards humans, and you being helpless and blind, and okay, so she like looks at you hard, and seeing that you're like actually blind now, she like shakes her head and she's like, "Humans are pathetic."
I just, I, I've got a plan for how we're gonna escape. I need like a sign to indicate when to cast the spell, basically.
And what spell is that?
Like when to. It's a spell that lets me just create a lot of fire in a specific direction, and if we can capture most of the guards in one area, hopefully we can like knock them out before they can build a resistance. You know.
She kind of like shakes her head. I mean, you can't see this, but you hear like this awkward silence as she contemplates your plan. And she's like, "You want to attack the Inquisition in their stronghold?"
I mean, we're either gonna die one way or die another way, right? That's how I see it.
I would prefer not to die at all. But you seem hell-bent on this crazy plan of yours. By the way, he rolled a 2 on his persuasion. So she's very hostile towards helping you, right? She doesn't seem eager at all to assist. Would you like to use your inspiration?
Way too early to be using inspiration.
I don't make the rolls, man. I don't make the rolls.
I mean, I'll note that I have inspiration.
Okay, write down that you have inspiration. But currently, Aura seems unwilling to help unless you offer more.
Okay. Well, Aura, do you have a plan? Like, you turn into a bear? If I could just get your arms untethered?
Let's see here. She says, "I am a druid of Sidna. My plan has nothing to do with you. I could turn into a bird and escape."
Oh, so if I freed you, you'd just abandon me? Okay,
she's currently in her chains, so she is still dirty and filthy, right? So she had no bath. She still got blood on her. She looks horrible to the audience, right? She didn't have a good night's sleep. She was starved, right? Adrian did offer her some bread, so she does have some food in her, but she still looks pretty ragged, and she just seems to be getting worse and worse.
Wait, why didn't you turn into a bird when we were doing that fight together? I mean, you could have escaped, like without us, as soon as you broke your lock.
I could have died, but at least my sister now has a chance.
Isn't your sister still
A slave to
Yeah.
war. Now we're separated because of you.
Hey, let's not. I know something's playing to go around.
Oh, bombshell! Boom! Oh, characters have their own motivations? What? What?
Wait.
Where's this coming from?
So, how did you end up being a slave in the first place?
My sister and I were foraging, and like any humans do with trickery, they found us, surrounded us, and beat us. And then we were captured.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty
Angry towards humans? Yes.
resilient to his trickery, but like trickery is about the only thing that's going to get us out alive, I think.
She like shakes her chains. She's like,
I'll see what I can do.
she like rolls her eyes. I mean, Adrian can't see this, but she's like has zero faith in you, unless you promise her something more.
What can I promise? You want some honey beer?
You've already promised not to kill elves.
I mean, that's...
Last time he swore an oath that he would never kill an elf.
Hey, I didn't say elves. I said her people. That might not necessarily be the same thing.
Okay, sure. So I will definitely write that down. I will kill no one of Sidna.
I swore on my soul, which is something you shouldn't do lightly, but I guess, you know, I haven't got anything to lose.
Okay.
Okay.
She seems to want more. Hint, hint. What could you promise her? You're currently both slaves.
If we did get out of here, you mentioned that you knew what the gem was, right?
I do.
The one.
It's dwarven made, is it not?
Is it? Okay.
She shrugs. I've only seen it at a glance. You tell me, where did you find it?
In a tomb.
So you're a grave robber as well.
Hey, I'm just a farmhand.
So let's add that to the sins.
God damn it!
Grave robber.
I'm just There was an infestation of like termites. And I had to go down and clear the termites, and that was built on top of this tomb. And I found the gem, and I was like, "Wow, this is some crazy thing." But you mentioned it had you knew something about it that I didn't, right?
Mind you, Adrian is the good guy of the story.
I'm an adventurer.
I'm an adventurer. I murder people and heretic and everything else.
They were slavers. I don't feel bad about.
Confess. See, I always love these little sessions where it's like, confess. Confess. All right.
I stole a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Bread.
He's a thief. Yep.
How many hit points do I have?
You tell me. You went down to 0. You have 8 hours, so a long rest. That reminds me, I need to roll for her too.
Let's see hit points.
Die 8, right? Druids are die 8s. I have to look this up. Druids. 1d8 hit die. It's just hit die 5e. I'm pretty sure it's 8s.
Okay. Can I use my keen mind to try and
It's a d8 plus con.
recall if there's any information on what's the best way to escape, I guess?
Sure.
I have
So
perfect photographic memory. It's what Adron has.
Sure.
That's his feat.
Go ahead and roll me knowledge, local or geography, or I don't know. What would it be?
Bear in mind that 5e doesn't have
All those cool stuff. Yeah. Those very accurate things. Survival?
Survival sounds pretty good.
That seems appropriate, although it seems misplaced here. So she's at 20 HP.
Perception? That might be like observing.
I guess that would work. You tell me what you want to roll. What are you looking for, and I will tell you what your options are.
Well, I remember back in the square that the sewers was one of our optimal escape routes. Is there
Yes.
anything like that here I should be keeping an eye out for?
Sure, go ahead and roll. See if you're lucky
I
or not.
will roll survival
Sure.
if I can. I
Sure.
would like survival.
You're trying to survive.
It's
Yes.
this.
So you remember before coming into this first level, you notice that there's like steps, right? So there's steps. So you know that this place is higher level than like the slums. So you know that there must be a sewer entrance somewhere around here. There is an underbelly to everything. So the higher you go, the underbelly will get larger and larger and larger. So you are currently on the first level. So there would be one level to get through in sewers in order to escape.
Is there a latrine in our prison cell?
There would be a piss pot.
Damn.
Yeah, and the guards would change it out if they wanted to. More likely, they would make you change it out. They're like, I ain't touching that shit. Literally, I ain't touching that shit. You.
That's
yeah.
finger waggling pee.
Yeah, it's cursed pee, cursed poop. So yeah, they would have you take it out of the place.
Okay. Thinking I gotta try break out before the trial starts because otherwise there's gonna be a whole bunch of like people there.
Oh yes, it's still early in the morning, right? So you guys went to bed early. You had like slept for an hour, went to bed. So during the slave thing, then you were sold off. So it was late. It was not late. It was about like 8 o'clock at night when you guys finally went back to sleep. So like 6. Well, you tell me what time of day or morning is this?
I'm
That you
gonna
want
say
to
like
escape.
break of dawn, I guess, like sort of 6ish.
Sounds good to me.
Just nice and early.
So you get up and use your chamber pot. The guard's like, that stinks. You're going to have to take that outside. And Alkali Deed comes into your thing, and he's like, stay back, elf. He's got his weapons out. He does not seem happy that you have to go to the bathroom and use functions, as always.
Hold my hand. I can't see.
He's like looking at your hand, which is like covered in feces and whatnot. And he's like, you can just follow my voice. This guy looked, well, the previous day, when you could see, he looked unprofessional. He didn't look like a real warrior. He has a bill hook as a weapon. He has a long bow. And of course, he has scale mail on his armor. So he's like, you ready? Little turd. Crapping up and stinking up the joint. You ready?
Go outside, man. No need to throw around those insults.
All right.
Those,
So,
sticks and stones.
he
Those will
leads
never
you
hurt.
outside. You hear the clanking of the prison cell. And of course, everything goes dark as you both venture into the darkness. So this is going to be an interesting thing because I'm going to start describing things. And you tell me when you like to react.
All right. I'll be like, objection.
Okay. So you hear the clinking of the jail cell, and he's like, he pushes you. He's like, move.
I will move
Okay.
to where he is indicated.
Which way are you going? What direction?
Forward?
Yes. So you're like shuffling. He's like, oh my god, you wizards are always so slow. He like prods you with the back of his bill hook. Makes you go faster. You of course hit some stairs and you fall down. Go ahead and roll me a dex save as you try to not dump crap all over you.
I'm carrying the bowl as I do this.
Yep, and your feet are
You
shuffling.
didn't warn me there was any stairs.
Yes. So you stumble slightly, and he kind of laughs as you like grab a hold of like a handle. You're holding the piss pot in one hand, and you're walking down the stairs now. You hear like carts and the shuffling of early transmuters as you're wandering around. And he's like, "Turn right."
You'll turn right.
As you turn right, you start walking down this alleyway, probably down like the path. You notice like from the marketing smell and like the clean smell, it suddenly smells kind of rancid.
Oh man, I'm so glad that people don't get to throw rotten vegetable at me today. That'd really suck, right?
Currently, no one is throwing any vegetables. Everybody's going to work.
I'm trying to goad him into making a public display out of me.
He does not accept. He kind of wants you to get rid of that shit right now.
So I'll just. Can I just sorry,
Are you trying to provoke him? Taunt him? Are you trying to taunt him?
Sure, I'll spill the pot at his feet and be like, "Oops."
Excellent, excellent. This definitely pisses him off. He's like, "Hey, watch what you're doing." Once again, you feel that prod, that punk punk. You definitely know where he is currently located as he's using the back of the bill hook to just pretty much gouge it into your back.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm sorry, man.
He's
let
like,
me check.
"Dump it here," and he like taps his bill hook. Watch where you're walking, you damn blind person. You damn cripple.
What am I looking at here? Is it like a tip I'm putting in?
You smell rancid. It smells like garbage and feces.
Is this an open tip, man?
So, roll me a perception using hearing. So you won't, yeah.
No owl. So.
Yep. You'll be using hearing.
Use my perception.
Blind characters are so fun because I get to mess with everyone. Oh, awesome! You know that this is an entrance to the sewer. With the smell of rancid, the running water, the piss pot, everything's coming to a conclusion where you're like, this is a manhole cover in which you're dumping your shit into.
Can I like get down on my knees and like feel for the edges? Is this like an open manhole?
You get down on your knees and you smell like the whoosh. Yeah, this is definitely a manhole cover. He's currently got it pried open for you and everything else. People are like walking by and he's like, "Get out of the way! Get off your knees! That's where shit and stuff goes." Like passing bys are like, "What's he doing?" And he's like, "Oh, he's just a dumb cripple."
Can I just jump down? Is that an option?
Yes, you may. Okay, kids at home. So, a manhole cover, right, is to waist, right? So you're probably going to be falling everywhere between 10 to 15 feet, right? Are you okay with this?
Okay.
Because you know that the water's there, right? So you can hear it splashing and stuff like that. Are you going to do this?
I feel like if I do this, I'm gonna lose all my stuff because I can't get back in. No, I think I'll let the opportunity pass and just throw the stuff in.
Okay, this is very interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, I could,
yeah.
I die down there, man.
I mean,
People die in the sewers.
Good. You know, there's a reason why people don't go down into the sewers, but yeah, you could definitely go down there.
Do I?
You've heard of legends. I mean, go ahead and roll me a knowledge.
Sure, let's go. Let's see how many giant rats live in the sewer.
No, it's perfectly safe. Yeah, all those are fantasy tales. There's nothing down there.
But you know what? I really need that monocle. That's why I'm staying.
I mean,
That's
Bill's
the real
right
reason.
there for you. I
I
mean,
could have
Deed's right there.
escaped.
Deed's right there.
Oh, is this Deeds?
This is Deeds. Yes, this is Deeds.
Okay, sorry, I thought this was a. So, Deeds, how's the family?
Oh well, I checked in with my wife and kid. They're pretty good. You got any family?
Yeah, I got family.
Oh, who?
Just my mum and dad, few like uncles and cousins, but you know.
Yeah, I bet they're
Uh,
real proud of their wizarding son. Real proud.
okay, I'll throw my
Should have
steak
been
in
a
and be like, okay.
should have been a farmer or something. You done emptying that chamber pot, or yes, go.
All right, let's head back.
So like he kind of helps you up. He like grabs you by the back of the loincloth to like help lift you up. He takes you over to like a well, and they're like cleaning the chamber pots and everything else. And he's like, "Here, clean."
Is there people around me, Deeds? Is this
So
like a
you,
public area?
yeah. You hear like water fetchers, and you hear like young girls like like giggling at you. This is like
Oh,
a
no,
very
no,
lively.
no.
It's like, well, you are in your loincloth, right? So
Yeah.
your giblet bits are all hanging out, right? So like little girls are what's it? Wash maidens, like are like washing clothes and stuff like that. Like this is a city, right? So not everything just stops for you. Like they're like giggling at you and gossiping about you, and like Bill's like, Deed's just rolling his eyes and just letting the girls have fun at you, at your expense.
Hey,
What do you
Deeds.
do? You currently have water. Like a girl comes over with a bucket and like hands you a scrub brush and fresh water. Yeah, you never get
I
this
just like.
stuff. You never get this stuff in D&D. Hey, I get to clean a chamber pot today. I'm giving
Yay.
you opportunities. I'm giving you lots of opportunities.
I mean, I'll just stare blankly at her because I'm like, I don't know if there's anyone in front of me. Like,
Well, okay. So, like, a girl literally
like,
hands you a brush and a
oh right,
water
okay.
bucket, right? So it's not like I can't find anything. They literally, like,
They
here,
just
here,
put it
here.
into your hand.
Yep.
So, Deeds, is there like a breakfast menu? What's on the breakfast menu?
It's like for you, bread.
Oh, I was,
You're a
really
prisoner.
happy.
You don't get food. At least decent people food.
I just, I could really go for some carrots right about now.
Roll me a persuasion.
I would like some carrots, please. Persuasion.
Yes. Awesome. So, like, Deeds doesn't move at all. He's like, "You're a piece of shit." However, one of the little girls who are like washing out the chamber pots and stuff like that, she's like, "Here, mister. Here, have a carrot." And you get a couple of carrot sticks. He's like, "Don't encourage him."
1,000 blessings upon you, kind, generous spirit.
Yeah.
And I will
Kindness of strangers.
begin to eat the carrot sticks, but I will have one in my mouth that I'm just holding in there, like behind my teeth.
Excellent. So you're munching on your carrot and scrubbing out the chamber pot?
Right, I've got one piece of carrot that I've managed to sneak out.
Go ahead and roll me a deception as you're trying to hide this carrot, right?
Oh. Gonna be sleight of hand?
Yeah, sure.
I will use my inspiration.
Yes, excellent. So like he's like watching you like a hawk, and he like notices like the little carrot, and then he just like whatever, this weird ass wizard, and you're inspired. Tell me how you're inspired to hide this carrot.
This is like a There's a breakout movie where the main character's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna smuggle in some carrots." Oh yeah, dude, exactly. It's
It
like
happens.
my life depends on this one carrot.
It happens. He
Yeah.
goes unnoticed. Uh, Anything else you'd like to do here? You hear ladies and stuff gossiping. You hear them like, "Oh, have you heard the local nobles and stuff like that?" And you hear, "I heard the elves are attacking us and enslaving our people. What do you think we should do about it?" And you hear, "The Inquisition will save us. They always do." And he's like, "Maybe the next purge will be those stinking elves." And what else do you hear? "I hope the dragons don't help them like they always do." She's like, "Oh, curses, 100 curses, a plague upon dragons."
Wait, I thought dragons were just legends.
I mean, there's still gossip, right?
It's just
It's gossip, right? So, like, you hear about those man-eating crocodiles down in the sewers? Yeah, so.
okay. Stay out of the sewers. Don't go in the sewers, Adra. That could have ended very differently.
I mean, I always like to ask, would you like to do that? Would you like to do that?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
So yeah, I will just quietly finish tidying up, and I won't say anything on the walk back.
You hear him like, "Oh yeah, there's skull crabs down there. I've heard that there's a dragon down there too." She's like, "Oh, that's just gossip. You are lying." And like everybody's like trying to one up each other on like stories that are down in the sewers. Why the sewers are a conversation is because of your chamber pot.
I'm stuck with the town.
Is there anything else you'd like to do here during? I mean, would you like to talk to anybody? I mean, you can't see anyone, but you can definitely hear.
Okay, so I kind of want to get back to my cell.
Excellent.
Now that I've got this piece of carrot.
Excellent. Once again, we're heading back. We're hitting the stairs. Go ahead and roll me a dex to not drop the chamber pot.
I mean, it's not
He's
so
not
much a big
helping
deal.
you.
It's
He's
empty.
definitely, yeah. He's prodding you. Excellent.
Nimblest.
Yay!
I'm
Dice
so
work
used to
on
being
you.
blind.
Yep. You make it up the stairs, not a problem at all.
At least that stopped me from dropping my chamber pot. Wow.
Yes.
It didn't help me escape or anything.
It could. Roll me a knowledge.
Okay, well, knowledge.
Roll me a knowledge.
History?
This would just be a general knowledge. Excellent. Okay, so you know that this chamber pot is porcelain. Porcelain can be very sharp.
Oh, that's very clever. Okay, so are we back in the cell, Deeds?
Yes. You guys finally make it with no problem at all. Your chamber pot is still intact.
Okay. So I'm gonna wait for him to close the cell behind me.
You hear a chink.
I'm gonna take out the carrot stick.
Excellent.
I'm gonna basically mush it up into little pieces and then rub it over my eyes because I am casting dark vision.
Excellent.
The spell component carrot.
Your vision returns to me. Returns to you. Not to me.
I can see.
I see everything. You don't see crap. Yeah. So your eyes return. Aura still is sitting cross-legged in her chair, just like the last time that you've seen it. She seems to be like focusing on like her internal monologue or thoughts. Deeds, of course, is standing out here. So we'll move that back. You're back in place, and then Deeds is, of course, right out here. What, if anything, do you do? You now have your vision back, at least for 8 hours, right?
That's true. 8 hours of vision,
Yes.
which is much appreciated.
There we go.
So, now what can I do? Let's try and smash this pot.
At least you can see that's a huge step from what was going on.
We're getting there, guys. So
Yeah.
it's baby steps.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm getting is I go try and smash this pot without making a noise. I'm
Excellent.
like,
Go
alright.
ahead. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand or a deception as you're like coughing or you're trying to just snap off a small piece.
I just pretend to sneeze, like, achoo!
There we go.
Sleight of hand, go.
Go, sleight of hand. It does make it, yes. You now have a makeshift dagger.
Nice. I will hold on to that dagger like
Yes.
my life depends on it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Aura and be like, okay, I got a slightly better plan now.
And she like opens her eyes and sees you holding this makeshift dagger at her. She's like, "What do you want?"
I'm gonna bust out of here.
She like rolls her eyes.
I mean, unless you want to stay.
I mean, you still haven't convinced her, Jack. Remember, folks, he rolled a 2 towards his diplomacy towards her, and she's just like, whatever. There's no point.
Well, I still believe, even if I can't save myself, it's better to save at least one life. And I'm going to start cutting the bonds that are holding her back.
So you're using your porcelain dagger on iron chains.
Can I? I still do a cloth. Never mind.
Yeah. So what you do,
In that
right?
case,
So you have your sharp piece of porcelain, and then you like tear part of your loincloth off in order to wrap the porcelain. So you kind of have like this makeshift shiv,
shoot,
right?
nice.
So this is very much like prison ghetto stuff, right? So
Yeah,
this
pretty much.
isn't literally going to do anything towards that iron chains that they seem to be having this druid in, right? And she seems completely unmotivated at the current moment to do anything to help you.
Okay.
So she's just like sitting there, cross-legged, like she's given up, right? She was a slave. She tried to rescue her sister. She was captured by the Inquisition, so she's like out of juice, man. She's got nothing. She's got nothing in the tank.
Sounds like we need to do inspirational speech time. Listen, Aura, we can't give up. People's lives are depending on us. What about Joffrey? What about your sister?
Her eyes
they
open
need
up
us.
slightly when you say, "What about your sister?" Like normally she's like stagnant, right? She's very, very stoic. And then when you say like she actually like her eyes kind of like lift slightly.
I know things seem bad now, but there's always, as long as there's always tomorrow, there's always hope.
Okay, roll
We have
me
to keep fighting for tomorrow.
diplomacy with or persuasion with advantage. Shit.
You know what? I'm gonna use my portent. This
Excellent.
is my vision. The vision of
Tell me what happens, right? As like her eyes slowly like fade, and then you're like, no. Tell me what happens.
So the reason Adron is able to give this speech where he's usually more reserved is because he's already heard this speech in his dream, and that's how he's reciting it. He's reciting it from memory.
Previously, in the last episode, you had smelt the strong smell of sewage, which came to pass, and you saw
That's
this.
true.
Yeah, and then you also saw, which has not yet happened. You saw this man in full Hegelian Inquisition attire say, "No, no." So those are the two things that you witnessed because of those awesome rolls during your dreams. So one is already come to pass.
I'm not even scared because I've seen the future. I know that we're going to escape. There's no doubt about it. in my mind.
Okay.
You know what? I want you to escape with me.
Excellent. So she's like, okay, so how do we get out? Tell me your plan.
Okay. Um. Well, I was just gonna go out guns blazing.
She's like,
I have
"Hey,
a.
my
There
connection
is.
with the wild is nothing. I'm bound. There's nothing that I can do."
Okay, so hypothetically speaking, how attached are you to your hands, real quick? Just like
Holy shit! You're gonna cut off
I'm
this
just,
elf's hand?
I'm just like, I mean, this might be your early chance. Like maybe just a thumb.
I mean, that sounds like a persuasion, like one hell of a persuasion if I ever heard one.
All right, I need you to be very serious with me right now.
Okay.
Do you want to escape? Do you want to survive?
So you're offering to cut off her thumb. Is that correct? That is my understanding.
This is my plan.
Okay. Roll me your persuasion.
God damn it! God damn it!
She's like, typical human, always wanting to sacrifice something that doesn't belong to you. Our bodies are sacred, and to mutilate them is a folly. And you cannot
Hey,
get anywhere with this elf.
jeez, elves.
Yeah, I was like,
I lost my
hey,
eyes from
hey,
my magic,
can
man.
I cut off your thumb? I mean, can you really blame her? Can you seriously? I mean, I understand your point, but she's like, no, that's not going to happen. Our bodies are
I
sacred.
mean, I only swore that I wouldn't kill your kind. That's. I know this seems bad now, but I'm sure one day you'll forgive me. Aura?
She's like staring at you.
I'm serious, man. I'm not bluffing.
What are you going to do?
Let me do this. Come on, Aura. Damn it, Aura. Literally. Why do you need all your thumbs, sir? You only need one. I.
Let me chop off your thumb. Just let me do it.
Just one. God damn it.
Okay. What are you going to do? She seems adamant about not cutting off her thumb. What do
Okay,
you
we
do?
need to. All right. Plan B. we we need to
Can
get
you
all.
blame her? I couldn't blame her at all. It's like,
I just could use some bears right now. What could I say?
I need convenience.
Thumbs grow back, you know.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. When you're laughing at her, like she becomes much more stoic towards you. It's like always sacrificing that stuff that doesn't belong to you. What do you do?
We need okay, Aura. We need to find a way to sort of funnel all the guards that's coming in the same way. I'm noticing there's like 4 entrances.
Yes. So there's like when the guards take you in, there's like 2 cages, right?
Okay.
So the one they're separate and diagonal, so it's like staggered, right? So
Mhm.
the only way that a person could get in is like one at a time. So it has to be like a curve. So it's kind of like if there's a riot inside, right? They can lock it and then cross it, right? And then they could just shoot crossbows into it and kill everybody, right? So what, if anything, do you do? So there's like a dual thing, right? So the guards open up one, shut it, open up the other one, shut that one. Does that make sense?
Aura. If we're not gonna go with the thumbs option, we're gonna have to go for the plan B, which is spray and pray.
She doesn't understand what that means.
I'm gonna basically use my magic and try and knock them out as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Just try and make some leeway. Hopefully recover the keys to your manacles. That's what I'm thinking. But if they raise the alarm, we are completely screwed, I believe.
She like nods in agreement. Usually jailbreaks don't go very well.
I
Just
really
like real
like
life. Just like real life.
Really wish we could go for plan A, but apparently thumbs are sacred. So.
I mean, would you do it? That's a good question. I mean, would you really come down to it? I have this shabby, it's not even a sharp piece of porcelain, and I'm going to cut off your thumb. You cool with that? Most people, I think, would be like, no.
It's your life or your thumb. Okay. You know what? Just hang tight, or we'll work something out.
She's, once again, sitting cross-legged and waiting what you're going to do.
Okay. I guess I will myself here and wait on these.
Okay. So breakfast is about to be served. The elf isn't going to get any food. But you're probably going to get food because you're a good little confessor. Is there anything that you like to pre-plan before this goes down?
Is there anything in here I could use to set like traps and stuff? There's not a lot to pre-plan, I think.
You tell me. What's your trap idea? Like an ambush or like a physical trap, like a mechanical trap?
Like with like laid pieces of broken porcelain on the floor.
So those would be like cow trips. So
Yeah,
that would slow down movement. Sure. Go ahead and roll me like a straight up survival.
Sure, let's do survival.
Yeah. So you think it might work?
I'm just like, I've broken my potty. Hopefully, I won't need to go to the toilet anytime soon.
For anybody at home, he rolled an 8. So you're supposed to have the porcelain upwards, but you kind of put it downwards. So
I don't want to hurt their feet, man. They could do some serious damage.
You don't think that this will be very functional. The concept was great, but it's probably not going to work. It's just walking over normal porcelain.
Aura, do you have your chamber pot? Is it full?
So she's like starving, right? So she hasn't used her chamber pot at all. Only food and water. That's just You haven't offered her any yet.
Oh yeah, Aura, have some breakfast. Go.
Well, it hasn't arrived yet. I was wondering if you had any plans before that. Remember?
Okay.
So Deeds, you hear this. You're like, let me in. And Deeds is like, remember, you're just supposed to give him food. He's like, I'll give him a beating. And Deeds is like, no, you're here to deliver food. He's like, yes, food. You hear the clank of the cage being open. And you see this flatulence. He has this wicked-looking club on his side. And he's got like this shivering plate or tray. He's like, brought you food. Yes.
Can I walk over? Hi there.
Yep. He's like, here, take it.
Okay, I guess it's now or never, so.
All right. So his hands are currently full. This is a surprise round. What are you doing?
Level 3 Flame Strike. Not Flame Strike. Flaming Hands.
Excellent. Show me where these burning hands are going.
Out of way. So this door is open now. So I'm like, that's my chance.
Yes. You are going to catch both Deeds and this flatulent, both in the flaming hands.
Okay.
So I believe they are supposed to reaction. Go ahead.
They get reaction, even though it's Why do they have reactions if it's a surprise?
I mean, they still get to do stuff, right? It's according to the spell.
I mean, it's surprise round and then it's initiative, I thought.
Right. But they still
Yep.
have a reflex save, don't they?
Oh yeah, I'll put up on the
They
side
still
so
have
you
to
can
do
see it.
stuff, right? They don't just like, oh, I get burned.
So I'm going to just, as he's like offering the trap, I'm just like wham, and then
Whoosh. Describe this burning burst of fiery death. Yes.
More fire. And fire solves everything.
Sometimes.
Okay, press the button. Why has it not done things?
You tell me. In the meantime, I'm going to roll the reflex save. So right to left, blah, 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 blah. Oh, +0. Straight up roll 1d20. That's that one. Okay. That's good. So the flagellant takes the full damage. And then deeds, what's yours? Scale now, so it's got to be +2. There we go.
Okay, so the macro isn't working, so I'll just roll it manually.
Yeah.
It is 5d6.
Holy crap.
17 damage.
So tell me how you kill this flagellant.
Just knock the tray out of his hand and just with the other hand, just put it directly at his face and the palm glows. And
So, you know Indiana Jones? It's like, ah! Right? His face is melting, and he's dead. He falls over dead. The alkaline Deeds, he's like looking around the corner, and then all of a sudden, like, whoosh, and he's just like, and just like scorches half of his side, and he takes
as much damage.
9 points of damage, and he is still up. And then roll that sweet, sweet initiative as Deeds is still up.
Let's do this. I will go to initiative. Really like having a left. Oh god damn it! Die.
Did you roll a natural one? Did you roll a natural one? Okay, all right. All right, just see if I can beat this.
Was really hoping that wouldn't be so low.
Oh! Oh, the sister's not there, by the way. Sister's currently not there. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go also ahead and roll for Aura. Because she definitely needs to be in this as well. 20 plus 2. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do turntable. Let's go ahead and empty that out. Then add deeds. Add turn. Should be away. Add turn. Okay, 14. Excellent. Or rolled a 15. You're 15. Okay. And then
You're like,
you
surprise, my hands are detachable.
rolled an 8. Yeah.
8's still pretty good.
I mean,
It's not so good when you can't, when you really need to get that combat over as soon as possible.
so descending order. Or seeing you just go, whoosh. She's like, oh shit. So she stands up, right? So she was sitting. That's half her movement, and then she moves 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then it's the alkalite. He's like, what? He is going to move away from you after that scorching. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This isn't just the ordinary burning hands, this is the burning hands of burning hands.
Yeah, and he's going to take out his longbow and he's going to shoot you. Let's see what he's got.
I ain't even prayed, bro. Try
Plus
it.
4. Not my family. 14. Does a 14 hit you?
Like the bolt moves to hit him, and then it stops in midair as it comes in contact with his mage armor.
He curses at this, and as a free action, he's like, "Guards! Guards!" You are up.
He needs to die.
Mm-hmm.
What was my best? He's currently wearing metal, right?
He is currently wearing metal, yes. But he's currently got his longbow out. Seems to be wanting to shoot you.
I'm gonna run up to him, I think,
Excellent.
if I've got the movement for it. That's
no,
14.
you don't.
I don't have the... If I only had an owl, that'd be great.
If only you had your little owl.
Let's check what other spells I got.
Excellent. See what you got.
I could just firebolt. That might be our best shot.
Does it cost anything? Does it require anything? I don't think it requires
It's
anything.
a verbal and somatic.
Excellent. Go ahead.
We have my forehead. And cast another fire magic down the corridor towards him.
Excellent. That, unfortunately, misses him. So he dodges out of the way, right? Or it's like, run, you fool! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait, I haven't used my movement yet.
Move. Okay, yeah, it's your turn. You keep going.
One. I want to go behind these. Hang on, let me check how much movement this is.
Should be 30. You did an action.
15.
So.
Is this
30.
cover here? If I like.
Are you going to take cover right here?
Can I? Are these? Can I?
Yeah.
Is it partial cover?
Mm-hmm.
I will do that.
You a +2 AC bonus
I'll
against
take it.
range. Against range. Mind you, he still has his bill hook out, right?
He's dual wielding?
No, he's not dual wielding. He just switches.
Oh, okay.
Right?
That's fine.
So, or it's like, run, you fool! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the place opens up for you. You see a lot of stuff.
I want my goddamn monocle, deeds.
What about my family? What about my children? I thought we
I
had
had
a
a
special
family.
connection.
You made me go out and the girls laughed at me.
Oh yeah, that was horrible right there. That was the worst part. Yeah.
That was clearly the worst part of being in prison. I was having to clean my own chamber pot. Oh man, what do you think I am?
You're a monster. You're a monster. Yeah. As you come out here, you see morning participants, mostly civilians and stuff like that. They're like praying at the altar, and they all like start screaming as combat suddenly appears for them. You know that the exit is this direction. Deed seems to be the only guard here presently, and Aura runs by him, and he's like, shit! And he's like going for his weapon. It's his turn. He switches over, and then he's going to attempt to knock Aura prone. So it's strength versus strength, or strength versus dex. +4. He rolled a 12, and then she has, which one's better, dex or definitely dex? D20 +3. Oop, that's wrong. +3. Damn, Laura, you're awesome. So yeah, he takes out his thing, and he does like a swinging cross to try to sweep out her legs, and she does like an acrobatics around it. It is your turn, as he seems to be trying to like stop you guys from leaving.
John is going to run up to D
Yeah,
with like the knife to one side, and he's going to like feint with the knife and then grab his face.
Excellent.
With shocking grasp.
Excellent. You have advantage on this roll because he is wearing metal armor. That hits.
Shocking grasp. How much damage is that?
A lot.
It is a D8. It's 2d8.
Oh, okay. It takes 10 points of damage. He's like, but he is not down yet, and he turns to look at you.
I only feel my movement yet. He doesn't get a reaction. So I'm like, Aura, run!
Okay.
And I'm going to move out of melee range of him.
Excellent. Yeah, you can still move. It is now Aura's turn. She continues to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? She's like, she's double moving it towards the exit. This place opens up for you guys. The exit is right here. You do hear the sound of like people shuffling and like, what's going on? What's happening? And like petitioners are screaming and like Deeds is like, what? There's stuff that happens. What happens with Shocking Grasp? Like he becomes what? There's something.
So Shocking Grasp, he can't take any reactions till this next turn, I think.
Excellent.
Because he is being stunned.
So he's like shaking his head and sees Aura run off. He turns his attention towards you, and he has his bill hook out, and he's like going to attempt to sweep your feet out from underneath you. It's like, surrender! +4. He rolls a 15.
15 is my AC, so I think he needs to beat it.
So this is a strength check, right?
Oh,
he's trying to knock
this is
you prone.
He's using the shove action. I will
Yes.
make my dexterity.
Try to shove
Isn't
you
it?
prone.
Athletics or acrobatics? I'll use athletics to like try and force him back.
He knocks your ass down with his bill hook, right? As a successful sweep, he gets to make a free attack on you. 20 +4. That's a 19. Does that hit you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Let's see here.
Aura, get out of here. It's too late for me.
1d8 +2.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad, you say, as he rolls. Oh, 3 damage. So,
Nice.
so he sweeps you off your feet, and then he raises it up and like tries to hit you. The butt of the blade like hits the side of your leg, but doesn't do much damage. It is now your turn. You are currently prone, looking up at him as he's like trying to knock you unconscious with the back of his bill hook.
Let's go do a Dark Souls roll out of there and
Excellent.
try and hit him with another Shocking Grasp.
Excellent. You have advantage on this roll.
Take it.
So seeing you last time, right? Seeing you last time try to do this, he easily dodges out of the way, although he comes really close a couple of times. He's like, fall, wizard! And he's going to, once again, you still have 15 feet of movement, if you like.
I am not going to provoke attack of opportunity, but I will be
excellent.
here.
Excellent. He is going to, once again, try to sweep you off your feet. Try to be a 16 as he just whoosh, once again with this bill hook.
Out the way.
Yeah. Tell me how you dodge out of the way of this massive sweep. Just whoosh.
It feels like we're going hardcore Dark Souls right now.
Yep.
It's just like just keep ducking and diving.
Aura, seeing you do this, she continues running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and she is out. She makes her way to the streets, and people are like cursing, like, "There's elf, elf!" And she's still bound, right? So she's still like looking around, trying to figure out where to go. Alclyde, it's his turn. He's going to once again. No, it's your turn, right? You should have gone, not Aura.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I should have gone.
yeah.
I'm gonna make you a deal, Deeds. You can either give me back my monocle, or I'll take it from you.
He's like, "What's so important about the monocle?" As he like locks and loads for another sweep.
Um, it belonged to my father. I'm gonna
Okay,
trade it.
excellent.
Take that.
Oh shit! Go ahead and roll that sweet, sweet damage. Oh. Oh, he looks bad, but he is not down.
Well, on second thoughts, you can keep the monocle. I'm out of here.
He's still not down yet.
I'm gonna, can I get any partial cover behind these
No,
things?
no. I mean, you can move, and you're going to not provoke because he's currently.
These things are rooms, right? I can run into them.
Yes, you may.
I'm gonna bust into the first open door I can see.
Excellent. So the first one would be right here, or the nearest one would be right here.
1, 2, 3. So here?
Yep. Inside this room, you think this is where like the guards are stationed, but you notice like there's no guards right now currently, which is kind of weird. You are very fortuitous, but you're not sure what's going on. So
At least-
Aura's goes further out into the street. She is now 60 feet, so I'm going to write that down.
I mean, I don't mind too much. Aura can probably know what to do. Maybe.
You didn't tell her Jack, so she's currently just running. This is here, Alkalite's turn. He's like breathing heavily. He's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He takes out a longbow and tries to shoot you. Were you taking cover?
I'll take cover.
You're going to want it because he's going to attempt to shoot you. Unfortunately, with range attacks, you can't strike to be non-lethal.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
But he's kind of desperate right now. The arrow
That's
whizzes
very close.
by you as he's attempting now to kill you. He seems kind of really desperate and really, really bad off. It's currently your turn.
Is there anything in this guard's cabin that I should be aware of? Like,
Are you
set
going
of
to take
keys?
the 6 seconds to look around?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna
I'm
do
just
that.
curious on what you're doing because this guy's now trying to kill you.
I will shut the door and then take
Excellent. So move over here.
6 seconds.
Yep.
So move here, close the door.
Okay. Go ahead and
Go
roll your
try and look-
perception.
I want to look for anything that resembles my stuff.
Sure.
Is it not investigation?
Yeah, it can be investigation. Why not?
I would like investigation. Where is it? Not there.
No. No, you're looking around. This seems to be a strange guard spot. Like you see, you see poor quality scale mill. You see a bill hook. You see a longbow. Pretty much everything that Alkali Deeds currently has. This seems to be an Alkalite's bedroom.
Can I sort of wedge the bill hook, like, into the door so it's jammed?
Sure.
Oh, can I use my free action to do that, or a bonus action?
Picking up an item so that you'll have the weapon in your hand. Does that make sense?
Okay. And I'll do it on my next turn? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah. It is now Aura's. She's currently, I guess we can take her off. She's 120, so she's off the map right now.
Okay.
So we'll clear her out. Woo, that's loud.
Oh, sorry.
Being able to see darkness once again takes over. You hear stomp, 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 stomp. Of course, you hear the calling of more guards. It's your turn.
I'm going to ready an action for when the door opens to use Shocking Grasp.
Excellent.
It's ready to pounce, like from behind the corner. Just like as soon as the door opens, just grab on top of him, like, ah.
Excellent. It's his turn. You hear stop. Go ahead and roll me a perception. As you're listening through the door, you're primed and ready. Yeah, these footsteps are clearly going away from you.
Damn it. Okay.
Remember, he
open the door.
looked badly off. Excellent. As you open the door, you see him. He has moved 60 feet away from you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. You're hearing him just, he seems to be booking for the exit. Yeah.
Firebolt, go.
Excellent. So you open the door, which was, and then go ahead and roll me that firebolt. Sweet firebolt.
Good.
It just goes zooming by him. He's running too fast, and you didn't take the lead on him.
You mind if I use my portent to make a hit?
I don't mind at all. Tell me how this goes down. I believe this is your last portents, correct?
So this is the moment where we hear the dude call, "Stop them!" from the vision.
Okay.
And it's at that moment that this firebolt ricochets down the hall and hits him in the back.
Roll that sweet damage. Tell me how you kill him.
So as he's running away, this firebolt hits him in the back of the head and just launches him across the room.
So we get like
on the floor.
like his head just melts, right? And we see we see like
Sorry,
a picture.
dudes.
We see this picture of like his family, like the woman who gave you the carrots was his wife, and you see her. yes, and she just like looks up at the camera and she like shakes her head.
It's just like, if I felt something.
We turn back to you. It has currently been 24 seconds since this escape's begun. What do you do? Deeds is currently dead, laying on the floor.
Okay, so I can dash over and hit him. 60 movement.
Okay.
And I'm going to search him for my monocle.
Okay, so we're going to have to be timing this. It is currently 24 seconds in. It's called for the guards. You've dashed over to him. We're now at 30 seconds. You inspect him. I'll tell you what you find on him. You find your golden manacle. You see scale mail. You see... Oh, let me expand that. A bill hook, a longbow. Several letters. You see like a pendant with a heart on it. And it seems to be some sort of artistry or tapestry inside of it. Are you writing this stuff down? What are you taking off of him? What, if anything, are you taking off of him?
I attempted to take not all of his scale mail, but just enough to like cover myself, so it looks like I'm a guard. Like maybe just.
Go ahead and roll me a deception. Sure. Yeah, you look like a guard.
Oh, great! This is.
So
nice.
It takes. Let me be very clear here. Scale mail takes at least, I believe, 5 minutes to put on. So are you?
Wait, I don't want to do that.
Okay. Are you going to take his clothing? What are you going to do? Tell me about this situation. Because we are about to be in combat or out of combat, depending on what you do. Within the next 60 seconds. It is currently 30 seconds in.
Are there people around me?
People are screaming that you just murdered a guard. So there's like petitioners and stuff like that. This is like a busy government building, right? So you broke out, and like people are like running around and like doing stuff like office managerial, but these are not like combatants, right? These are more like civilians. And then you just come out, burn the shit out of this person, throw fireballs, electrocuting this guy, right? This guy seems to be the only combatant here, him and the flagellant, and you killed the flagellant, burned his face off. So like people are like screaming and like help, help, help. This is a very chaotic scene, like a lot of confusion. You just come out with guns blazing, and everybody's just like, "What's happening?"
I will turn to the nearest person and point my dagger and then be like, "Where is the sister?"
Go ahead and roll me intimidation with advantage because you're like killing everyone.
God damn it, the same roll!
That was a civilian. Mind you, this is 6 out of 10 rounds. The civilian screams and runs off, right? As you're like putting on the garb's bloody armor and stuff like that. So it looks like you're just a wild, crazy man dressed in bloody guard armor. What do you do next?
I spend like a few rounds looking, I guess.
For
I don't want to leave without my stuff, man.
I mean,
they don't do so good without that spell book, man.
I mean, what would you like to do? Are you going to be waiting for the spellcaster? What are you going to do? What you going to do, man? You're like, oh shit, oh shit. Gotta be making decisions now. You are currently 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10
rounds.
I mean, I think I can handle like a guard, emphasis on a guard. Need to find somewhere to hide.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
I'm gonna wash off this bloody armor. Let's try and fit in more.
What do you mean?
So at the moment, I'm sort of very poorly dressed, I'm imagining.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Not very convincing disguise.
No.
And I'm like, I need to wash this off in the baths, because I've been to the baths, I know what they are.
Yes. So you're going to be heading towards the baths?
Yes.
Excellent. You have 3 rounds on the Inquisition. So you're like... okay, you start heading towards... Yep, you start heading towards the Inquisition, right?
Is this the Inquisition?
This is like the palace of the Inquisition. This is like a temple built dedicated to the Holy Master. So guards are not far away, right?
I just want to make a convincing disguise.
Oh, sure. Go ahead and roll me a deception.
Okay.
Or
so I'm
disguise. I don't know if you guys even have disguise. It'd be deception. Pretty sure it's deception.
The deception.
Yep.
So he's washing the body armor, trying to make it look more like... No! No!
Okay.
This is the worst.
Yeah, but you think that it looks good now. You have 2 more rounds. What do you do?
Time to just find a hole, I think. They'll never suspect... They never suspect them to be in their own offices.
Excellent. Okay, so it's now turn 9. Are you hiding? Are you looking for a place to hide?
We'll look for a place to hide.
Okay.
So can I make a survival check to search for a good hiding place?
A stealth? You could find a place to stealth.
That's a good point. Stealth? Oh, stealth. Let's... Oh, okay. Really? Really?
It is now turn 10. People will begin showing up very shortly. You hear a movement of soldiers, right? Like as people start to get armed to the teeth. You also hear is like, "There's the elf! Go after her!" And like, "There's someone still inside killing people." And you hear like, "Oh my God, help us! Help us!" And you hear like general screams of fear and yeah. So It is now. It will be one round before people start showing up. What, if anything, do you do? You believe you're like, oh, you got a good disguise. You're in a perfect hiding spot. I mean, you're so well off.
This is good. This prison break couldn't have gone better. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm helping you out.
Like, what I'm going to do is, as they arrive, before they arrive even, I'm going to cast the spell Flaming Sphere at the entrance.
Excellent. I will get you a sphere.
If I can control the sphere without moving.
Fire. And allow you to control it. Fire. Save. You should be able to access it.
Yep.
Excellent.
So I want it to be over here.
Okay. Excellent. So as you're casting spells and everything else, the sister arrives, backed by 2 flagellants. Okay.
Okay.
So your sphere was there, and then suddenly it disappears. Roll me a knowledge arcana.
Why does this keep happening to me? Come on, I need to know what I need to do.
There it goes. You know that this is a lair ability. Whenever somebody of the Inquisition arrives, they may dispel 1 spell automatically as soon as they arrive.
Okay.
So this is something that happens naturally within the city of Alkaline and nowhere else. Their dominion over this place is just like, I control this, right?
Okay.
All right. So this fire, the sister shows up and just simply like waves her hand, and the spell just disappears, right?
Okay.
Put that off to the side.
Fair enough.
And then she like turns and literally looks at you, and she says, "Adrian." Well, she like looks at the dead alkaline deeds, and then she turns and looks at you, and she's like, "I'd hoped to use you within the Inquisition, but it seems you had other plans. There will be no redemption for you." And she like turns to the flagellants and she's like, "Kill him." And roll that sweet, sweet initiative again.
Come on, fast boy.
Flagellant 1. This is the sister.
Seriously. So bad.
1d20 for the first one. Okay, for the next one. Okay, and then for the sister. What's hers? Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, so Flagellant 1. Turn order. You rolled a 9. What'd you roll?
10?
10. Oh, that's good. The sister's up first. And turn.
I have a +7 to initiative.
Yeah, and you're still terrible at it.
I can't. These dice, man.
I mean, what do you want me to do about it, right? What do you want me to do about it? You're the one that's rolling. Turn. 9. Then Adrian. Turn.
If only I had dropped that chamber pot, I would have that luck right now.
7 years bad luck. Bad luck dice because you rolled the chamber pot. Okay. Top of the round, ascending. Sister's up first. See her capabilities. She begins casting a spell. Go ahead and roll me a Knowledge Arcana. It's DC 10 plus spell level. It'd be 11. Yes, you know this to be Sanctuary. She casts Sanctuary on herself. Oh.
Is it someone else's turn now, or is it my turn?
It is now your turn. The flagellants look at you and they have these wicked ass looking clubs. They seem to be all too eager to beat the hell out of you and kill you.
Run. I'm gonna run into this room and try and jam the door shut.
Okay, so you move in and jam the door shut. Go ahead and roll me.
Rival?
Actually, it doesn't matter because it'll be their turn, right? So you block them off. Outside, we get a screenshot of like the flatulence coming in, and then they're like one helps the other, and then they're like, boom, and they slam into the door, and it's going to be strength versus strength as they're like trying to break down the door.
This
together.
Athletics or just strength?
Yes, for both. Oh my god.
You know what? I don't think I need to roll. I think we.
You can go ahead and roll. This would be a strength versus strength because it's like pushing and pulling on a door. Hey, at least you're getting these crappy rolls out of the way. So the door just like crumbles as this guy just goes boom, and they both just like they're working in unison, and they just go boom and knock the door down. They seem to be like, yes, yes, yes.
We never get to chase our prey. We always have to wait in the lobby.
The flagellants are done. The sister's up next. One, two, what can she do? She lifts her hands in the air and calls down, Holy Master, protect your chosen warriors now.
This is...
Okay. You can roll me a knowledge arcana, which you just did.
What did you just do?
Sure.
I don't understand.
You have no idea what just happened. Yeah. It's your turn. You have no idea what happened.
It's time to bring out some spells.
Time to pull out some spells.
So I'm going to use another Flaming Hands, but first level.
Excellent.
Burning Hands. So it's 3d6. They need to make a dexterity saving.
Okay. 2d20.
Fire happens.
Okay.
Jesus.
She uses this ability and grants the one who rolled a 10 plus 6 to his roll. So what's your DC?
It is It's not 16. It's a 14.
Okay. So both of them make the save.
They take 2 damage.
Yep. Minus 2. Minus 2. You notice, like, as they took this damage, they seem to go in, like, this frenzy, like, kill, kill, kill! And then they start attacking you with this reckless abandonment, and they just start swinging on you crazily. Yeah.
Does this guy have line of sight on me?
He will have a disadvantage, but it will be canceled by his like frenzy. Right. So the first 2 rolls will be and reckless just they just start swinging away at you as they're injured, and you're just like swinging away. They seem to miss. Right. What's your AC?
It is 15.
Okay, so they must overcome. Yeah, it's the sister's turn. Not going to do that. Wisdom saving. She comes over here and checks on Alkaline Deed. She's trying to see what's the matter with him. Like, he's dead. But
Just a little bit of his brain.
yep, it is your turn as she's investigating what happened to Deed.
Are these guys wearing
No,
sort of metal?
these guys look like they're just in rags. They seem to be just frenzied. Just
Let's try another burning hands.
sure.
Another 3d6. Can't. Lightning doesn't strike in the same place at least 7 times in a row. So
Keep marking these spells off.
yeah. That's great.
There we go. That's some good damage right there. Tell me how you kill both of them.
As soon as the sister turns her back,
Yep.
Adjon is like he raises his other hand and he chants this through the two recklessly charging at him.
Well, yeah, and their reckless abandonment of they're just trying to swing on you. They fail to protect themselves, and they just become husks, and they just crumble before you. It's the sister's turn, and she's like, "How dare you!" 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pox upon you, and she opens up her hand and spills forth 3d6.
I don't like the sound of that.
3d6. Yeah.
You didn't
Roll
do
me
the
a
name of the Holy
save.
Master, it doesn't count. Stealth.
That's
What?
weird. Roll 3. Oh, I got that right. 3d6. Go ahead and
Thank
roll me a
you.
save. Yep. Go ahead and roll me that sweet save.
The Dex.
It is, yes.
Take it.
I'll tell you what happens when you roll it. You take half damage as this poison just spews forth from her hand. You take half damage from that.
So 9?
Her,
So full damage.
you take half damage. You rolled a 17 on your dex.
Full damage is what you rolled?
Oops, not that. There we go. It's your turn. She just comes up to you and casts. I mean, you can knowledge arcana, but I think you know what it is.
I don't.
Okay, all right. It's your turn.
Can I Arcana to see what it is?
Sure.
Just because I like knowing how to avoid spells that might.
You definitely know that was poison spray.
Oh, okay. And that's pretty good poison spray. So you have something that belongs to me. I'm going to take it back now.
Okay. Are you trying to intimidate her? What are you trying to do?
I'm going to try and intimidate her. Yeah.
Sure.
If you don't give it to me willingly, I will take it by force.
Excellent. Oops. Correction, that was burning hands. That wasn't poison spray. I looked at the wrong thing.
Okay.
Let's see here. That would be against her. Let's see, she should willpower. Oh, okay. Let's.
She's got a lot of willpower, I'm guessing.
Yep. Yep. She says, "Okay, yeah, don't hurt me. What do you want?"
All of my belongings that you bought from the slaver.
Very well, heretic. You get your spell book back. Let's see here. You get your inventory back. That's what you get.
All of my
Except for
inventory.
the gold. You still don't have your gold.
Including the gem.
Uh, so she's like really hesitant to give you this, right? Go ahead and roll me another intimidation as she's trying to hang on to this.
Give it to me.
So like she's like she raises an eyebrow towards you and she attempts to make a save. Oh,
God damn it.
she's like, this belongs to me now.
Ah, you didn't say the Holy Master. All right, well, I'm gonna leave now. You gonna try to stop me?
She like steps off to the side, still holding or clutching the gem to her. She seems to be allowing you to pass.
I will come back for that gem, you know.
She's like, if you do return, I'll be sure that you will die.
Many have tried. And then I'll turn to leave.
Excellent.
It does.
Where are you going?
Am I... Could I put in my civilian clothes so I'm not completely standing out?
I mean, are you going to start stripping down inside this temple?
So I'm gonna step outside and I'm gonna cast the spell Fog Cloud to like as a smokescreen, Batman style.
Excellent, that happens.
Use that
That'll use
opportunity to
some time.
put in
Yep.
my cloak, and then it just disappear into the night.
It's
Or the
not
morning.
night, it's in the middle of the day.
It's the-
It's the middle of the day. Okay, so the fog cloud appears. You hear like these soldiers like coming up like, what's going on here? What's going on? Right? So
Well,
it
the fog
took
cloud
at least
lasts
2
for half.
rounds, and you know that guards were coming. So
I'm out of there, man.
you're out of there. Where are you heading?
It's-
Tell me where you're going.
I'm gonna look for Aura.
Go ahead and roll me a survival as you're trying to track her down, correct?
Gotta go that far.
Yep. It's very difficult, like, despite the rain and everything else, right? Her tracks are very difficult to find, not only because that she's like a druid, right? So druids can't be tracked, at least in the wild. You find it very difficult to find her. So you're wandering the streets. You hear like this bell start ringing, like ding, 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 ding.
It's time to beeline to the car, I think.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth as you're trying to like avoid the soldiers that are currently now marching in regalia and seem to be fully prepared. Excellent. Excellent. Whew. You suck at this. We're going to pause here as Adrian walks down the side of the street.
He just has a huge coughing fit and draws all the guards on him. All right.
All right, let's move you
It's,
over there.
It's been an adventure.
Oh, it's definitely been an adventure. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
It's never over.
There we are. You make your way.
Oh, that's a lot of
alleyway.
guards. I'd like to start with that. I don't want to get involved with any of those.
Oh, well,
things.
you don't have much of a choice now. Go ahead
Okay.
and place yourself.
See you after the break.
See you after the break. Bye.